Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Tele-Viper. Now, we said we were going to be getting these. You didn't have to buy a Trouble Bubble or a bunch of Trouble Bubbles, and now we have the actual retro card, so it has definitely a different upper body. I do have the O-ring one. I have the Trouble Bubble one, and I even have a Valkyrie with one of the faces on it, so you can make a female Tele-Viper if you choose to. So looking at this guy, he's on the retro card, Cobra, over the G.I. Joe. There we can see him. It is we believe it's AI artwork. I don't think this one is awful. CoverGirl was okay. We all know about Flint. I actually don't have the Flint one because that figure was gifted to me and it was a pre-production. So everything with this figure, we're going to get 3 different face sculpts, all with, one just plain visor, and the other one has advisors, the visor saying something. And I want to point out something for racist Jeremy out there. He's white, so you should be happy, racist Jeremy. You don't have to worry about not having your exact original figure. And if you don't know about Jeremy, well, let's just say he decided to go very racist one day on one of the Facebook group. And it's just a story that's never going to end within the people that knew it. But anyway, here he is, looking at him. On the back, we got the file card. It's big, it's giant, it's in 5 languages, and it only gives you a small little blurb. Here you go. The cross-sell, I'll say it again. Card should be down here. Cross-sell should be up there along with other retro cards, even if they're not available or in the same wave. That's what's going to be retro about it. But anyway, I want to get into this figure, take him out. We're going to see how much different he is compared to the Trouble Bubble Tele-Viper, how close he is to the O-ring one, and then see how he poses and go from there. But anyway, let's get to this. But if you like this type of content, you like when I give you the G.I. Joe Classified reviews, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a G.I. Joe Classified review. Alright, so figure is out of his plastic prison, and all the accessories are reuse, as it already came with this Tele-Viper right here. So quickly, we'll take a look at everything. We're going to get a stand with the Cobra symbol right there. I don't even know if I hit him and he fell over. That's an O-ring. 2 pegs here. We do have the spot to put the plate for the Tele-Viper. They should just do that. Again, I don't use stands. No, I'm not selling them. I do keep everything. I have issues. All right, so we'll take a look at his accessories first. So we're going to get his teleprompter gun, or I had no idea what type of gun this is. Does it shoot out like rays? Does it create a picture? Does it? I have no idea. I know people have tried talking about it, but if you have a bunch of these, it might work against your maximum Hulk, right? So looking at this, it is the same design as this one right here. All right. So I don't want this guy to fall over and knock everyone over, which it did. So anyway, it's nice and straight. I will say this quickly. It is much stiffer, that's what she said, than this guy's. All right, so it is a stiffer plastic. It is still pliable, so you don't have to worry about it. It's got the nice handle right up here. It's got a port for blast effects. All right, so you can do whatever you want with it. You have your stock right there. There's a little bit of detail right up on top. Your grip, and there you go with your trigger guard, your trigger. Again, pretty cool there. Here we have the cable that's going to run from one to the other. I don't know if we've had any that have had paint on this. So this has a silver paint. Matter of fact, I think this is actually printed. No. This is silver paint. So it looks like it's, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's all dark in there. I guess as it starts to rub. Anyway, either this is painted black or this is painted silver. Either way, it does look nice. It gives it a little bit of detail. Now, don't get me wrong. I know people aren't going to be happy because they want retro the way retro is supposed to be, right? Don't fall cover, girl. You just stay there. But if you want to use a black hose, you can use this up over there. Use that one, right? As for the backpack, here we go. It's the same backpack. Get the antenna up here. This time they actually painted a little bit here, where the original was painted purple. So now you have a silver paint on it. You could remove that if you really wanted to go full OG, or maybe just put the purple one on. You won't notice, okay? But it's got some nice detail to it. The buttons up here, so who knows exactly what it does. It can plug into the side, so you don't have to carry it all the time, like this one is. And then you have the hose that plugs in right here. So the way this is going to go, plug in right there, and then we're going to plug that onto the back. Now quickly, since we already have this guy here, we'll kind of pop this out in case you missed my original one. So when you look at this, it has the antenna right up there, 3 little prongs. It has almost the exact same button array right there. On the bottom, you just have the little slits. They did put some detail right around there. And then they gave you a little bit on the side right there just to make it a little bit different, okay? As for the gun, well, there's the gun. It has the big opening on the top. This one is more of a cone. That one looks more straight. It has the handle right up on top, which it looks like mine is actually broken. The stock looks almost the exact same. The hose plugs into the bottom. This one has the trigger guard, which this one doesn't. And they both have that little dimple right at the bottom there. So who knows what that's actually for, but so you can see exactly how close those are. As for the heads that we're going to get, all right, these are the same heads. So that one on the, oh no, so on this one it says what the, and then you can decide what he's gonna say. He has a grimacing mouth. Now I feel like this is the perfect time. They should have changed it up and created a new face where he's not always grimacing, because now they all look the same. Now it's great to have one that's a different color, right? But he's still grimacing the exact same. All right. I don't need every single one of my Tele-Vipers grimacing. That's what actually kind of made that face shield pretty nice. But you have what the, you look at the teeth, and that looks good. You have the nice helmet, the way it all just kind of runs up there, up onto the top. All right, so he's able to communicate with whoever he wants. Has a nice chin strap, and for the most part, the paint looks really good. On this one here, you have alert. All right, so he's kind of telling you what's going on. All right, and everything else is the exact same because they're all the exact same heads. So basically, they're giving you 3 of the exact same heads. You already have 2 of these in black and white here, but I am interested to see the difference in these 2 head sculpts on that. See if there's anything that is different. All right, so here is our Retro Tele-Viper. And quickly looking at the head sculpt, it's the exact same as what we already said, except it doesn't have anything on it. Now, this is really shows the flaw in Cobra. The last thing you want is your communications guy writing across what he's thinking or what is being sent to him. I wonder why G.I. Joe was always ahead, right? So, we get this nice vest here. All right. You get a zipper right up here on the underbody, running straight up there, up to the collar. Just a little bit of softness right there just to make it, I guess, make it a little bit smoother. Who knows if it's an actual plate carrier. Some pouches. You got your buckle right there. Right here, rolled up sleeves, a pouch on this hand, or on that arm, and a pouch on this arm. Again, just open hands, or open forearms with open hands, all the same color, better than those Vipers that we got that were alternating the color. But you can do that now. As a matter of fact, you can pop this one on it, I think, and then you can have the alternating one just like the Vipers. So there you have your Cobra logo on his belt buckle, which is actually pretty damn cool. This here, it looks like there's belt buckles. So this one is actually meant to be a belt. So you have belt buckles. They're supposed to be holding it on. It looks like you have a little bit of purple right up underneath here. The legs here go down. You got a pouch right there. Pouch right there. You get down to these ones. 3 buckles. and a buckle here. So I believe these are considered tanker boots. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because someone's mentioned tanker boots a couple times with some of my O-ring figures, I believe. Maybe some of the these classified too, and I looked them up. So let me know if this is what is considered a tanker boot, because it'd be nice to, when I'm doing a review, just have a better idea. So that's the way this guy looks. So quickly, we're going to compare him to the O-ring, because this is what he is supposed to be, right? So looking at this guy, you have the same face sculpt, and again, in here, he's grinning the way he is here. They just made this one look better. Now, this is one of the big head guys, but I think it's more the communication devices on his head. Now, again, someone might be mad that, hey, they made it black, but I'm perfectly fine with that. You can't have everything the exact same, or at least you shouldn't, okay? But I think that all looks good. You can see all the design on it, even on the top. All right, face sculpt is the same. You got the chin guard. You have the diamonds here for the softness of it. Belt buckle right there. You got 2 pouches. When you get to the side right there, they did a better job of just creating some sort of buckle that's going to hold this together. Because you want some straps, because let's be honest, every Tele-Viper probably is not the exact same waist, have the exact same waistline or chest. He has a little pouch on his rolled up sleeves, nothing down the arm. Cobra symbol right there. Now they put it on the shoulder. This one is just a little bit more on the bicep. The belt buckle has the Cobra logo, along with these wonderful, again, I mention it all the time in my retro reviews, or my classic reviews. I love when they have the belt buckles, or the belt loops, because it actually shows that it's, you know, how it should be. So putting the Cobra logo on there is actually awesome. I think we'll see this belt a lot. You get down to the pouch. It's a purple pouch on a blue outfit. He's a little bit lighter of a blue. Again, I'm sure this will bother some people. And then he has more bloused down here than this. But he has these purple, the purple boots, where his are black, but they put the purple on the top there just to give it a better, again, I think the aesthetic looks really good. And in my opinion, I think they really nailed what you want out of the retro card. So quickly, here is our Trouble Bubble Tele-Viper. We'll pop this off him really quick. And I'm going to pop it. Well, first off, let's pop this off. And let's see if they use the same neck peg, because I'm sure people are going to want to swap them. So at the top here, it's flat. This one is not, which might lead to some issues. So his head is loose. So what I can say is this one is a little loose, which means if I want to pop on this one, I'm only going to pop the black one on, because I know the difference. You're literally going to have to push it, and you're going to have to either reform this or reform that. Why they have been messing with the neck pegs, I don't know. It is highly frustrating. It makes no sense whatsoever. So get a little bit of sticky tack if you want this to work. Putting the Tele-Viper heads onto it will work, but you're going to need a little bit of sticky tack, or else he's just going to, you know, just float like that. Again, I don't understand why the Joe team did that. I really don't. All right. So what we're going to do is pop on this head, and we're going to put on this white head here. That's the right one? That's definitely the right one. Okay. So, Jeremy, if you're watching, you can come back. I put both white faces on it. It should make you happy, racist Jeremy. All right. So, looking at the heads there is a different shade of blue. So this is a much more vibrant blue, kind of like the Retro Cobra Trooper. All right, so I think it looks good either way. I don't think popping that head on there, I don't think you really notice too much, but just in case you wanted to, you could. when we look at this, he obviously is completely sleeved. He's both has the pouch right there. They gave him something right here. All right. So he has a nice little gauntlet. The reason why they did this is so you could change out the faces and not have to worry about the arms and the neck and stuff not matching. All right. Same with here with the pouch. They still gave him the Cobra logo. They gave him a much more updated design here. A matter of fact, looking at this, all they did was they took this design, cut out the top here, and then cut out all underneath here. You can see that pouches are the exact same. You no longer have a plate carrier like you do here. So that's all they did to change it. He did give him a collared shirt right there. All right. Looking at the legs look to be the exact same. The boots are the exact same. A different belt. So there still is a lot of reuse. The upper torso is different. All right. A matter of fact, the arms are actually the same. You look at it. They just they made it black, so he's wearing a black sleeve. And then they gave him the little piece on the forearm. So we could take this off if you want to start mixing and matching and do all kinds of stuff. It looks like the purple is actually fairly close, so you can get away with it. So that's the difference. If you need a retro one, maybe you missed the trouble bubble. Maybe you're like, I don't want any vehicles. Well, there you go. You have no problem. Now, it does suck that we can't swap. You can't swap the heads completely. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to put on a what the, and you decide what it is that he's saying what the to. I'm going to pop the backpack in like so. Man, why does that seem like it sits really, really, really low? Like that is... Okay, so that is going to be a huge complaint. Look how low that one sets. Like you can barely see it. Where this one sits up how it's supposed to, all right? So back peg is way too low, in my personal opinion. Again, maybe you're going to feel a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know what you feel in your heart, other than some people that I've already mentioned. God bless you guys for sticking around. I try and make this as enjoyable as possible. So that's how it kind of looks, right? I don't like how low that is. I kind of forgot. As for the articulation, the head can not look up. Oh, come on, come on, guys. You guys need to fix this, man. I cannot look up at all with any of my figures. He can look down, side to side. You can kind of tilt his head just slightly. There's your T-pose, bicep swivel. Maybe. All right. Bicep swivel, pinless double elbows, and then you obviously have your wrists that are right there. They do have butterfly joints. I always forget to mention the butterfly joints. Just know they don't work all that well, unless if you're going backwards. Then they work awesome. I don't want them to go backwards. His ab crunch is great. So you take this guy here with his ab crunch, and well, I guess his ab crunch isn't bad because this is broken apart. But this guy is, he crossed his streams. A little bit better because this is open more. And then he can go back. They turn side to side. There's Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is amazing. Drop down hips, pop right back up. There's your thigh swivel, pinless double elbows, boot cut, ankle rockers, and so on. So no issues here. It is also in the 90s again. So really, I shouldn't have too many issues with having to warm figures up. But I think we've all had these figures, or most of us have the figure already. How can we pose him? Again, can we get him on one leg like he's running? Oh, gotta bend that knee a little bit. And you know these guys are gonna be running all the time, right? They're either running away from the fight or running to Cobra Commander to let him know something. Maybe he's been called to do something. So you want to get those running poses as they're running in to help Cobra out, because we all know they're going to lose, right? As for getting him on one knee, This is how I always like picture this guy, right? Like he's sitting here. So I think I might take a bunch of these, because I have a whole bunch, and use them where they're kind of like trying to take down the maximum Hulk. So there's that. Now I know some of you might be going, what the hell is up with this figure right here? So this is a Valkyrie, and obviously I can't pop on one of these heads. It just doesn't work. It's a man head. It's just too big. But if you take one of these fully armored heads, the mast head, pop it on. You need a little bit of sticky tack. Throw on one of your Tele-Vipers into your Trouble Bubble or wherever. Now you can put them in your Rattler or whatever, maybe your Robo Skull. Then you have a backpack. Throw the backpack on here. I tried to mix and match it with, I know the color that everyone seems to hate. I actually like that it changes it. But now I have a female Tele-Viper. As a matter of fact, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is Cobra Commander's personal Tele-Viper. She's always by his side. Well, at least one of my Cobra Commanders. God knows I have so many of them at this point. So, that's just a little story about that. If you guys are wondering, you can do it. It's an easy kit bash. All right, there you go. I don't have much more to say. Let's wrap this up. All right, so there you go. That is your Retro Tele-Viper. I think he looks really good. I was never a huge Tele-Viper fan. I always thought the head was too big. I don't like the backpack and how it sets. That's my one gripe. This figure, the buck, whatever they used, the back is, the hole is lower in the back, which is actually better because they had them way up too high, which meant that the backpack was on an angle and they didn't set properly. I think this one sets properly, but they didn't redesign the backpack to move the peg a little bit lower. So someone said, you know what, cut those off, drill a hole, use one of the Lego pegs, and you can pop that through there. I don't have a problem doing that, but I have to have at least one figure that is completely complete. I can't alter it. So, and I don't have a second one of these. Am I going to get another one? More than likely, yes. Do I need one? I don't know, because I have, you know, 2 Trouble Bubbles, so I have those 2. I have the female one that I've created. I have the Python Patrol. You know we were going to get a Retro Python Patrol one. So anyway, that's me just rambling on. There you go. Maybe you didn't need this. Maybe you're like, I didn't get the Trouble Bubble. It's up to you. Maybe you're like me and you buy everything because you got problems. I don't know. I'm not you. But anyway, whatever I have to say, whatever you do, and just enjoy your toys. Open them up, play with them, teach your kids about them. They'll appreciate it later on in life. But I'm going to get out of here, and you've spent a lot of time with me. So please, if you haven't yet, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a classified review. Now, don't go anywhere, because guess what? Right up here, I'm going to leave another review that I've done of classified, and down here it's going to be a playlist of all the classified stuff that I've done, and God knows there is a lot. Take care.